Hello YouTube, so it's time again for another edition of the top 5 players in each position in the year 2026. Today's episode we're doing central attacker midfielders, so your cam roll. So without any further ado, let's go and have a look and see who the best cams are in the year 2026. So first up then, at number 5 is Rafiq Mitani. Now this guy plays at Harvard Athletic Football Club. They are in Domino's League 2. Is it still Domino's League 2? I'm not sure. I might be using like an old name fix, but it is Domino's League 2 on this. Now, he plays the advanced playmaker role. That is his best position, and is his best role and duty. He's got a full green pie. He's 27 years old, which makes him around about 17 at game start. He's on £125,000 a week, 5'7", and on this he has made one cap for France. First touch of 16, passing of 14, technique of 15, vision 16, teamwork in between the 10 and 13 mark, flair is 13, decisions is 14 to 17, and composure is 14 to 16. So in terms of personality, he's got professional personality, so he should be a well fit for any sort of any kind of squad, and he will help with the professionalism towards that as well. So transfer fees. He went to Olympiacos in the year 2019-20 for a fee of 2.7 million. He then went to Saint Etienne for 1.1 million, and then on to Swansea for 9.75. Nowadays, he's worth 30.5 million. So in my eyes, that is a really, really good pickup of a player. So based on that alone and potential money making, I would definitely recommend picking up Rafiq Mitani. Right, now I've just had to add in another manager to bring you a little bit more information about this guy. His name is Matias Pereira. He is Brazilian, and he started off his career at Corinthians. But I think in FM17 he starts off at Empoli. He moved to Cruzeiro for 11.75 million, and then Guangzhou in China for 14.75. Now, he's made 298 league appearances in total, scored 62 goals and got 60 assists in that time, as well as picking up 30 player of the match appearances awards. He's got an average rating of 7.19, which I think is quite good for that amount of games. Now, his preferred role and duty, he prefers to play as an advanced playmaker in the support role, and his attributes for that, he has a first touch of 14, he has passing of 15, and technique of 16. So he's got some pretty good sort of technical stats there. He has mental stats of composure of 14, decisions of 14, flair of 15, teamwork of 10, and vision of 16 too. His personality is fairly determined, so not the best determination. I'm saying that, he's got determination of 17, so his determination is pretty good. That might vary from save to save, but yeah, he seems to be sort of pretty good. When he starts off, I think he'll be about 18 years old, so loads and loads of sort of room to manoeuvre in the development stages. 6 foot tall, and he's made 7 appearances for Brazil in this time. So in terms of recommendations on getting him, if you can afford him, go for it and do it, because this guy makes it at number 4 on our list. Now, number 3 on the list is Marco Ascencio. Now, he starts off at Real Madrid, so might not be the easiest purchase to make. He in the game, he moved to Dortmund for 26.5 million, so you should expect to pay around about that in the first couple of seasons. He then moved on to West Ham for 51 million, and then finally Manchester City bought him for a whopping 72 million pounds. So if you can pick him up for around about 26.5 million, there should be a little bit of profit to be made on him. He's made 361 league appearances in total, 68 goals and 47 assists, 21 player of the match awards, and an average rating of 7.29, which again is absolutely fantastic. His preferred role and duty, advanced playmaker on support, and he'll be around about 20 years old at game start. His wages are absolutely extortionate at 425 grand a week, and he does have a fairly determined personality as well. Now, in terms of stats, he's got 18 for first touch, 18 for passing, and 20 for technique. So his technical attributes are absolutely outstanding. And his mental attributes are 16 for composure, 16 for decisions, 18 for flair, 11 for teamwork, and 17 for vision. So not the best teamwork in the world, but the rest of them Absolutely amazing stats. So if you can pick up this guy, definitely do it. I would say heavily worth it if you can get him in those early stages for around about the 20-25 million mark. So recommended wise, definitely. Now, a lot of you guys will already know about Christian Pulisic. He starts off at Dortmund. He went to Spurs for 14.75 million in the season 2020-2021 on this, and then moved to Bayern Munich for 12.75. Leverkusen had him away from Bayern for 13.5 million. Bayern then decided that they wanted him back, so paid out 24.5 million. Not made too many league appearances in this save. So he's made 138 league appearances, which is hardly any compared to the other two guys that we've seen so far. But he's scored 24 goals, 23 assists, and picked up 5 Player of the Match awards. Average rating of 6.95, so not the best average rating. But if managed correctly and under sort of human development, he should develop a little bit better than what he has. Now, he's American, and I think we looked at him in one of the previous videos. I think it was on the Wingers video. Now, we're looking at him in the cam role on this one, so we're going to look at the advanced playmaker stats that he has. 16 for first touch, 15 for passing, and 15 for technique. He's got 12 for composure, 14 for decisions, 17 for flair, 14 for teamwork, and 16 for vision. So if you can pick him up on the cheap, definitely do it. And you should have yourself quite a tidy little player on your hands. Right, so Martin Odegaard, all of you guys are familiar with him. I believe we even covered him in the Wingers video as well. So with this one, again, I'm not going to take up too much of your time because we have already covered him, but we will give you the information available for his preferred role for this video. Now, he does play the advanced playmaker role on support. His transfer history, he moved to Everton from Real Madrid in the season 2021-2022 for £45 million. Bayern Munich then bought him 2 seasons later for £41 million. Right now, he's valued at 48 million. He's only 27 years old still, even 10 years into the game, which makes him around about 17 at game start. £240,000 a week in wages, 5'10" in height, and 89 caps for Norway. A fairly professional personality, so again, should fit in well in most places. And let's have a quick look at his stats for that advanced playmaker support role. Now, his first touch of 19, passing of 17, and technique of 18 make his technical attributes incredibly good. He's got 17 for composure, 15 for decisions, 16 for flair, 13 for teamwork, and 18 for vision. So again, pretty well rounded in the mental stats. And yeah, that's Martin Odegaard. So if you haven't seen Martin Odegaard before, you probably need to go and check him out, take a look. If you can afford him, buy him. And it looks like he's transfer listed for request on this, so asking price of 54 million. So yeah, you could potentially snap him up for I would say around about the £50 million mark. So if you can get him, if you can afford him, and you don't have anything else to spend your money on, pick him up. So that does recap our 5 cam players for this video then. I'm going to say goodbye for now, but don't forget to check us out on Twitch. Don't forget to check out the other videos that we're doing. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. So we'll catch you again in another video, and see you later.